Okay, so with Amazon versus eBay, I mean, yeah, that's definitely kind of the two platforms that are going to get brought up the most when it comes to physical products. And, you know, I started on eBay and I finished on Amazon, I guess. I mean, I think the only time I go on eBay now is if I'm looking for something I can't find it, you know, or randomly and just hoping that they have it. But so the real difference in my mind with Amazon versus eBay is, especially now, is Amazon with the FBA program, which is the Fulfilled by Amazon program from Amazon. They actually handle fulfillment. So it basically gives you the option to be hands-off from your product, from what you're selling. You ship it to them, they fulfill it. All you have to do is potentially, you don't even have to, but you want to drive traffic to it to help it sell. Amazon does all the rest of the fulfillment work, customer service, all that stuff. With eBay, eBay is great in that they provide the platform, they provide the marketplace for you to get in front of a lot of people. The problem is eBay is not the same eBay that it was when everybody was crazy power sellers, when I was a power seller, when anybody else that I know was a power seller. And back then, eBay fees were low. They were trying to encourage people to sell on there, so fees were very low, so your profit margins could be high. Because typically you're finding product, you're buying wholesale goods, you're buying closeout items, or whatever, you're buying in bulk, and margins are not necessarily as high, so when you get the higher fees from eBay in there, it really eats away at your margins. For a long time there, it was okay, and it's great. When you want to get started selling something, one of the best things you can do, look around your house, find all that junk that you don't want anymore, and list it on eBay, sell it. Great way to do it. The downside of eBay today is, honestly, it's just in the fees in my mind. There's fees everywhere. It used to be that they raised the transaction fee on the sale so high that everybody would they'd make the sale price really low and hide the money they were charging you in the shipping. So you could buy a laptop for $100, but your shipping would be $2,000 or something like that. Then they changed that around so that they took fees out of everything, and the fees just eat up too much of your margin. And it's also still a business that you're at the post office every day. Unless you have a really sophisticated setup where you're using an auction management system where you have a fulfillment house tied in as well. Typically, every time an order is sold, you're having to go into PayPal and print out the shipping label, package the product, take it to the post office, ship it. Now maybe you have a system where you're doing that only twice a week or 2 times a week or whatever, 3 times a week, whatever, where you kind of batch it into processes. But that's still a lot of work on your part. When I was at the height of my eBay days, I was packaging usually 50 to 100 products a night, not to mention however many I was doing during the day. But I mean, and then when I went to the post office, they hated me because I had all these baskets and full of just stuff that they had to drop off, and they're like bring in 5 or 6, and they're like, oh good, he's done. And then I bring in 5 or 6 more, and oh good, he's done, and 5 or 6 more. It's a lot of work on your part. In this case, when we switch to Amazon now, Amazon has fairly appropriate, in my mind, fees for what they're doing, because they provide a whole lot of services. With the FBA, you take your product and ship it into Amazon. Great. They're gonna store it for you. When an order comes in through Amazon, they're gonna process the payment. They're going to pull the order. They're gonna package the order. They're gonna ship the order. If the customer has Prime, they're gonna give them free 2-day shipping. And then they're going to handle the customer service, the payment processing, the follow-up with the customer, the shipping, the tracking information delivery, and if there's any returns or things like that, they're going to handle that as well. And then, after they've done all that, they're going to take a marginal fee and give the rest of the money to you, direct deposit into your bank account within 2 weeks of the sale. To my mind, that's pretty dang awesome. So I would say if you had to really classify it as the Amazon versus eBay thing, that eBay was great for a while, and it's still good to start out on, but Amazon has taken off where eBay drops the ball, Amazon steps up, and it allows people to really grow a business and sell physical products while still maintaining some kind of lifestyle that keeps them from being a slave to their business.